Hey guys, and welcome back to TechCast. Today I want to unbox the retail version of the brand new HTC 10 with you, go through some of its specs, and then talk a little bit about my first impressions. So first, let's take a look around the box. On the front, you obviously just have the big HTC 10 logo, and on the back, you have a nice list of specifications that you can expect from the phone. Now I decided to go with the carbon gray version, but it's also available in glacial silver and topaz gold. Okay, so looking at the back of the box, we can see some of the specs of the phone, and of course it comes with all the latest specs, such as a Snapdragon 820 processor, a Quad HD display, 4 gigs of RAM, everything that you'd expect, but I tend to care less about specs and more about its actual performance. Now I will list the specs in the description just in case you're interested, but now without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so inside the box we have, of course, the phone, a little booklet with the usual warranty information, a SIM card ejection tool, bundled headphones, which are supposed to sound pretty good, along with replacement ear tips, and of course your USB Type-C charging cable, as well as the Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 enabled wall adapter. My first impression picking up the phone was that it's lighter than I expected. My current daily driver is the iPhone 6s Plus, which of course is a larger phone, but still, HTC 10 feels really nice in the hand here. The curved back and the chamfered edges make it fit perfectly in your hand, and you can immediately tell that the phone is really well built. It's cool to the touch and it just feels premium. Now going around the phone, on the right hand side we have the SIM card slot, the volume rocker, and the sleep wake button, which is really nicely textured, so it's very easy to distinguish it from the volume rocker. At the top we just have the headphone jack, and on the left hand side we have the micro SD card expansion slot. Coming around to the bottom we have the USB Type-C charging port, one of the two speakers, and a microphone. On the front we have a pretty large looking camera sensor, the other half of the loudspeaker, which is hidden underneath the earpiece, as well as the fingerprint sensor, and on the back we have the new and improved 12 megapixel camera and that dominant chamfered edge. One thing to note is that the boom sound speakers are still here, just in a different way. Instead of having the two front-firing speakers like in previous HTC phones, we now have a tweeter hidden in the earpiece of the phone and the bottom speaker acting as a subwoofer. Now, turning on the device for the first time, what I'm really curious to see is that this time around, HTC has worked with Google to try and significantly slim down HTC Sense, their own version of Android, and instead of having two or more of every standard app available, HTC just picked the better one. So for example, instead of having the HTC Calendar as well as the Google Calendar pre-installed, you now just have the Google Calendar. And this holds true for lots of other apps as well, such as the Photos app where you just have one, and the Camera app where you just have one pre-installed. So let's sum this up. If you weren't already able to tell, I'm really excited to spend more time with the HTC 10. It makes a really good first impression, and I'll be back soon in another video to tell you more about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.